Hey guys, I'm Adam with Mantis Suppressors. Today I'm going to talk about our Mantis-Series, which is our new 30 caliber and 6.5 line. All these guys have a single piece baffle structure. Basically put a solid piece of 17.4 into the machine and it comes out looking like this. We cut the mounting threads on the back of the baffle at the same time as the bore and all the baffles themselves. So it's very concentric, really accurate, and it's also very durable because there's no structural welds in the entire thing. So on the back of that, we thread a tube which acts as the inside of the over barrel chamber, and we throw a little tack weld in there, which basically makes sure the whole thing stays locked together and doesn't come apart. So inside of our suppressor, that's what we have going on. And what we have here is a 5.7-inch baffle structure in front of a 4-inch over barrel chamber. So there's 4 different options here with our Mantis series. The one that most people are going to go with is the Mantis S. So this is for sporter weight hunting barrels all the way up to a .75. So it'll work on standard profile AR barrels if you want to put it on something like an AR-10. And like I said, it is a standard 4-inch over barrel chamber with 5.7 inches of baffle structure in front of it. We also have the Mantis P, which is for precision rifles. It is exactly the same thing as the Mantis S. It just has a larger over barrel diameter. So it'll work up to a .95-inch barrel, which is a medium palm contour for you PRS shooters. And it's a great can for something like this 6.5 Creedmoor right here. Now this guy is going to come in a 6.5 option. The rest of these guys are going to be available in a 30 caliber option, but you can get the Mantis P in both. Now for some rifles, you simply cannot run an over barrel suppressor. Maybe you have a handguard that goes close to the end of the barrel and it's too small to fit a suppressor under, or you have a shorter barrel and a longer gas system. Whatever the case may be, we also do the Mantis E, which is our end barrel suppressor. It's going to be the same single piece baffle structure except a 7.7-inch baffle structure instead of a 5.7-inch baffle. And decibel reduction is exactly the same between the Mantis E and the Mantis S. So what we discovered is with this baffle structure and this over barrel design, for every 2 inches of over barrel chamber we add, we can cut an inch off at the end and maintain the same decibel reduction. So this guy adds 2 inches less length than our end barrel suppressor. Decibel reduction is the same. The advantage to this guy is, in addition to that shorter length, if you're shooting it on a semi-auto rifle, especially a direct impingement rifle like an AR-10, it is going to be significantly quieter at the shooter's ear than an end barrel suppressor, whether that's ours or anybody else's. The real drawback to semi-auto rifles is all that gas blowback. And so you get a loud pop at the shooter's ear, and you also get a rifle that runs really dirty. With the over barrel suppressors, you don't have that problem. Now, the last one in the lineup is our Mantis 300. When we were developing the Mantis S, we had a lot of people asking for a shorter version because they wanted to build really, really short 300 blackout rifles like this guy right here, which is a 10.5-inch barrel and a pistol-length gas system. Now, this suppressor is designed to be barely hearing safe on a 300 blackout. It's about 138 decibels with supersonic ammo. It's exactly the same single piece baffle structure, just a shorter version of the same thing. So inside there, instead of a 5.7-inch baffle structure, we have a 3.7-inch baffle structure, same 4-inch over barrel design. Now these guys to a certain extent are interchangeable. You can shoot the Mantis 300 on a 308 or anything all the way up to a 300 Win Mag. It's going to handle the pressure just fine, and it's going to take the edge off, but it's not going to be hearing safe. It's going to be over 140 decibels, especially when you start getting up into Magnum-rated cartridges. The Mantis S, on the other hand, you can still shoot on a 300 blackout. It's going to be quieter than the Mantis 300, and it's hearing safe all the way up to a 300 Win Mag. So if you're building a really, really short 300 blackout, then this can is a great option. If you want a more versatile suppressor that you can use on more calibers, then we'd recommend the Mantis S. If you guys have any questions about any of this, go ahead and leave those up in the comments. Any tests that you'd like to see. We're going to be doing some sound testing and accuracy testing, things along those lines here pretty shortly. But leave that stuff up in the comments. And for anything else, you can go to amtacsuppressors.com.